Final destination. Plenty has changed since we last talked about where Carmelo Anthony is heading. A week ago, we all thought he was headed to Houston. With Portland, yeah, interested, but Melo not necessarily interested in them. Then came the Kyrie Irving trade request heard round the world Friday, which opened up the Cavs as a possibility, and then reports surfaced, Bill Simmons with the first, that Oklahoma City might be interested. So, Pat, do you think he is going to Houston still, or do you think he's in play in other places?
I think Cleveland is where he wants to be, and I think Rose to Cleveland makes that more possible. But I think that Houston is further along. He and Harden had, face-to-face conversations about making it happen with Chris Paul. I would say it's down to Cleveland and Houston. I do think, though, that Melo and LeBron have always wanted to play together. They've talked about it. They used to face off way back in high school. They're the two best players coming out of high school. And I think Melo desperately wants to win. Going to Houston would be great. You'd have a great regular season team. You wouldn't win a championship. I think if you go to Cleveland, you have a better chance of at least getting to the finals, and that's why I think that's still the dark horse for Taz.
Well, I agree with most of what you said, but if he goes to Cleveland, I think if he's smart, he's going to see the handwriting on the wall there. Because LeBron's going to be gone after this season. He's going to be out of Cleveland. And so does Melo go there, sign a deal, and he's stuck in Cleveland? Right. I think going to Houston makes more sense, but I don't think they're going to be able to. The Knicks and Houston aren't going to be able to make a deal there. It's been going on for so long. What's going to happen, Jonas?
Well, maybe Melo.
He's staying in New York.
Well, you would love that, Bob. Yeah. But Melo maybe goes to Cleveland, and it's just one more year. Maybe LeBron signs on for one more year after this if he enjoys playing with Melo so much. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not so sure that LeBron is leaving Cleveland like everybody else is. I'm sticking to that, although I know all signs seem to be pointing opposite. But Melo, I believe, wants to go to Houston. I don't think he wants to go to Cleveland as much as he's friends with LeBron James. I believe he's better friends with Chris Paul. I believe he believes Houston is a better team, maybe better city for him. Think about it, Houston or Cleveland. Melo loved New York. He didn't love it because the Knicks were good, because they were terrible for his tenure. So what's a better city to live in? Carmelo Anthony, no question about it, I would think, prefers Houston over Cleveland, plus his relationship with Paul, plus maybe the familiarity with D'Antoni. I think he's going to end up in Houston because that's ultimately where he wants to be.
And let's also keep in mind how finance plays into this. He goes to Houston, everybody makes a big deal. He waives the trade kicker, but he's saving a ton of money on state income tax if he goes to Houston. That doesn't happen in Ohio.
No question. I think that the chance, though, maybe of something unexpected happening like Cleveland is increased by Kyrie Irving now with this trade request, because any big player move like this, you have to find other trade partners. You have to find leverage elsewhere. That's why I still think Cleveland's a dark horse. I agree, though. Everything points to Houston if you want to pick one.
Look, I think reasonable people can disagree about any end of what's going on with Carmelo Anthony or Kyrie Irving, but nobody in their right mind can say trade Kristaps Porzingis for Kyrie Irving.
I'm impressed with your accounting skills, by the way.
Thank you very much.